Hey everyone, it is Maddie J, the acting coach, and I am back at you this week with another video. You know, I was recently reading up on some Meisner recently, and I came across this scene, and it really got me thinking kind of about how natural moments just happen when you take your mind out of your mind. In this video, we're gonna focus on a scene from 50 Shades Freed. It came out in 2018, and it's the tasting her ice cream scene. Basically what the film's about, if you guys haven't seen it or heard of it, which is probably highly unlikely, believing that they've left behind their past, billionaire Christian Grey and his wife, Anastasia, fully embrace their connection and their new shared life. This is really just a scene of two people who are genuinely in love with each other and are enjoying each other. And this moment, I really wanted to talk about because I love it. It's so real, it's so intimate, and it just makes you wanna, I don't even know the right word for it, but it really like connects you to the passion in the scene. So without further ado, I will hop into the video.
Nice one.
There you are. I was looking for you. You alright?
I couldn't sleep.
You want to talk about it?
I've already talked to a pint of ice cream about it.
I'll make you some tea.
Oh.
As you can see, it's a very subtle scene. It's very calm. It's very vulnerable, and both of the actors have chemistry, obviously. So in that first moment, we can feel Anastasia's character and we can see how she wants him. And I think it's really hard to put so much of what, someone can describe the Meisner technique as, but from a high level, you really want to take yourself out of your mind and don't say, okay, this is my husband, I should love my husband, I should be obsessed with him. I'm in the scene with my husband. All right, I'm your wife, you're my wife, I'm your wife, you're my wife. Like it's taking the brain power out of your conscious thought and letting your heart speak for itself. So in these, as you can see, just in that very subtle gesture, she's very vulnerable, she's very open. This is clearly someone who she really cares about, and we're gonna see what they talk about next.
Oh. I'm so sorry. Ooh. Oh God, it's tricky, look at it.
So if you can imagine, I'm sure that you can imagine what it would look like if it were fake, but nothing about that scene felt fake because both characters have done the work to see each other for who they are, and what she's doing is what she's doing is a reaction from what he gave her. So as you can see, he asked her what was wrong. She said that, I already talked it over with this ice cream. Oh, really? Oh, really? I did. And perhaps what triggered her was the fact that he cared about her so much and her well-being. So because he cared about her well-being after she cared about her well-being, it dragged her into the scene. It dragged her into the moment. And what Christian is doing is reacting from Anastasia. So whenever you act most times in a very intimate scene with one other person, you want to make it about them. You are acting because of what they're doing to you.
This is mine.
So in that little exchange as well, he was like, okay, if this is what you want to do, let me make this more comfortable for you and take the ice cream out of your hand. She's like, no, I want to make this more comfortable for you maybe, and I want to take control because you're always taking control, so let me do this. It's a you know, there could be so many different narratives of what's going on in their heads, but they're making it about the other person. So you can actually insert some tactics in here as well. Like say, for example, some of the verbs that she has in her head is to seduce, to allure, you know, to draw in. And because she has these action words in her mind, is driving her actions, because she wants to make him feel good. She wants to she wants to take the load off of his shoulders. And this is the reaction of what it looks like when you make the scene about someone else, because it feels genuine, it feels real. She's not forcing sexuality on him. She's not forcing passion. She's like, I want to make it about, I want to take the load off of you. So are you going to allow me to do it? And just in that little exchange right there, it's not because my mind is focused on you, not me. And because I know what tactics I have to do to get you to do what I want you to do, I'm portraying this sensual, seductive actress who is the star of one of the best, you know, intimate, passionate movies in a while. And it comes from doing techniques like that. And I will also note that being a good actor in a scene where it's kind of you're acting one-on-one, it's being a good sport, and you can see he's surrendering. So it's one thing it's another situation to be in a scene where you're batting against an actor and you're both fighting for something that you want, but because maybe they both have the same objectives, I mean, they are husband and wife, they do like making each other feel better, he's surrendering to what she's doing, giving her, you know, a moment for her to communicate to him, and he's reacting off of what she's doing to him, and that's going to drive the next the next stretch of the scene. So as you can see, that was a very hot and heavy scene, and I really wanted to talk about it because if I don't know about you, but I felt that. I felt the passion translated through the scene. And I think that, you never know what these people have going on in their head when they act. They can have a ton of other techniques that we don't even talk about today. But I think, one of the things that really helps you tap into that kind of vulnerability is a technique. And sometimes some people just, it happens naturally to some people. But when you want to, when you want to create a discipline around acting and a technique to activate a character when you're not always in the mood to do a character, doing things like having Meisner practice with someone and sharing a moment with them, and not letting your mind dictate what you're going to say next. Let it happen naturally. Doing less can mean so much more. Say for example, we're doing a Meisner exercise right now, and we're both just sitting in a room. I can say, you're sitting here. You're sitting here. You're sitting here. You're sitting here. I'm 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 sitting here. You're bored. You're bored. You're bored. You're boring. You're boring. You're boring. I'm boring. We're boring. We're boring. So for you at home, imagine, if we're doing that scene together and we're repeating each other back and forth, back and forth. Only a natural moment will let us change emotions, change tone. And we can't forcefully do, like an example of forcefully doing it would have been, you're sitting here. I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here. That's what it looks like when your mind is working too much. Your mind is working instead of your heart. Your heart has to work instead of your mind for you to have really powerful scenes like that. And Meisner is a great technique that obviously everybody probably has used in their acting career to get to that really emotional, vulnerable point, because a lot of humans don't operate from a vulnerable point in the day-to-day unless you're an aspiring actor. And it really helps you, first, have chemistry with someone else, maybe somebody else you may have a scene with, and two, it invites you to a new experience, in-body experience that you may or may not have ever felt before, to help propel your ability to be a really great actor. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think. Click on the notifications bell to be notified the next time that I drop a video. But until then, I will see you all next time. Bye.